We arrived in Grindelwald on day 2, and we randomly chose a local Swiss restaurant which looks like a little cozy cottage. I didn't film the food, but I will give a 7 out of 10 overall. The next day, we had breakfast at Derby Hotel, which was also the hotel we stayed in for 2 consecutive nights. The food quality was superb. I had 2 full rounds of dishes. The only thing I don't like is their room sizes. We quickly went to take the gondola to Jungfrau after breakfast, and the views were just amazing. It's like immersing in a Disney fairy tale. After taking gondolas and trains, we finally arrived at the Beatus Lounge. As you can see, it's full of people everywhere, most of them are Korean tourists in guided tours. We were trying to find a seat to drink our hot chocolates, but it's really hard to find one. There is also an ice palace where they featured different types of ice sculptures. The ice was really well polished, as if they were fake. There's only one way for in and out, which is why you see some folks walking in the opposite direction. This is us waiting to get outside to take photos of the Swiss flag and Jungfrau, but the queue is just insanely long.
Let's Kung Fu!
The facility should have provided some anti-slippery mats as a safety measure, but there was none. Many people either got tripped over or stuck by the snow.
我哋而家喺少女峰對面咧，少女峰出嚟啦！
影緊你啦，影緊你啦！係啊，我哋到咗啦，耶！耶！好啦，我影埋呢個位先。我哋行翻落去。
There were simply too many people, and we got bitten badly by the chilly wind and had to get back inside to stay warm before we can take another round of photos. My eyes could hardly open due to the strong sunlight, but I'm really grateful for the beautiful weather. The glacier and mountains were simply too majestic that I'm running out of words to describe. They're just sehr, sehr schön. And we managed to take a lot of good photos and footage. I just want to show you how crowded the mountain is at that time. After freezing outside, we decided to treat ourselves a lunch at Restaurant Crystal. I heard they serve the traditional Swiss like cheese fondue there, so we decided to give it a try.
Swiss 芝士火鍋，嚟啦！喂，呢台。呢個就係我哋食嘅，嗌咗呢一個 chicken fillet 啦，再加薯條啦，有藍莓醬啦。哦 ，beef 啊 ，OK。咁然後咧，呢一個就係芝士火鍋到咗啦，終於到，咁就點呢啲麵包食。咁係有 pickles 啊嗰啲咁嘅嘢，係做一個伴菜啦。係啊，咁啊準備開餐啦。
To be honest, I wasn't too fond of the cheese fondue simply because they offered too much bread. The flavor became dull quickly after taking 2 pieces of them. Anyways, let us take in the magnificent view on this deck. Here's another angle to look at the glacier and mountains, but again, it's full of tourists. We can look at the spectacular view again while going downhill. After heading back to the ground, Ken decided to meet up with his ex-colleague and we chose to have dinner at this Sunstar Hotel.
嗰個好得意啊，有3隻炸豬仔嘅，係嘛？有3隻小豬喺上面，好得意喎！記得有3隻小豬喺上面，影低嘅，鬆大啲，好得意啊！
但我想講佢皮樹蓉咧係咩事？影咁多？
係咁呢個
執飽你喎真係。
有3隻小豬啊！
我影唔到隻豬，你影啊！
你反轉啦咩？其實有乜調轉嘅？應該係嗰邊。咁
樣㗎嘛？誒見到啦，係咪真係豬嚟㗎？
肯定係啊！
好明顯喎！
我啱放低我見到有3隻小豬喺上面。
We took a random stop at Interlaken, which is famous for sky gliding.
哇！我都想玩啊，搞到我。
我上次問你去唔去？
係我而家有啲後悔喎。
你話係唔係啲嘢？
Thinking back, once I consider the price, I don't see it much of a regret anymore.
咦，咁似我哋紐約影嗰鋪嘅。
We stopped by at the Thuner Sea because it's just breathtaking. The water is crystal clear and you can see through it easily.
我哋而家咧就去緊咩啊？講啦，我哋去緊咩餐廳話？
呢個岩洞嘅餐廳。
係。
我冇嘢啦，有咩坐喺嗰度嘅咋？普通餐廳嚟嘅。
係咩？
We have seriously underestimated the distance to the restaurant. It turned out that there are still a lot of slopes for us to climb before we can reach it. There's still a long way to go. Here we finally arrived at the Stein Sein restaurant. With this magnificent view outside, it's just all worth it.
我哋而家喺山洞餐廳。
好高嘅餐廳，喺瀑布上面。你影下個瀑布，你遞高啲向我睇。 Ken ordered a fillet and I ordered some simple chicken breasts. Let us all admire the view once again. After lunch, we headed to the Beatus Cave, a stunning historic site with unique rock formations and numerous streams flowing actively inside. For those who wish to come, I'll suggest you to wear comfortable sneakers because you do need to walk a lot in this cave. It took us nearly 45 minutes to finish, and there's only one way for both in and out again, so you will see the same stuff on your way back. After seeing the spectacular cave, it's time to get our car back and drive all the way to Zermatt. We passed a lot of tunnels and, of course, we couldn't forget the scenic views along the way. They're just absolutely stunning. Switzerland is such an environmentally friendly place where even cars sometimes have to take public transportation. 你 video call 媽咪啊，我想俾你睇。
好啊。
Zermatt is a tricky place to visit because it's car-free. To get there, we had to drop our car at the terminal station and take another train into the town, which is pretty costly for us, unfortunately. Zermatt is a small town, so it took us less than 1 day to finish visiting and do sightseeing. They only allowed small electric vehicles like this to drive around. No fossil cars can be found in this city, and you can't even drive your own Tesla into here, which is pretty special. Fast forward to us having breakfast in another rural hotel. Not many people, as you can see. It's pretty serene and quiet. Let's take a look at what they offer here. They have orange juice, water, fruits, pancakes, yogurt, croissant, and on the other hand, we have eggs, hams, cheese, and bread. Very simple. And this is the spectacular view outside our room.
行咗去邊啊？
我哋而家去一個喺湖邊嘅城，真係
好靚啊！你睇下。
Originally, this castle wasn't even in our plan, but Ken always managed to find some good places to surprise me. I would highly recommend you to check this out as it is really romantic.
Camera.
After a brief stop at the castle, we needed to head to Bern real quick because we don't want to miss the restaurant reservation.
Getting lost late at night under stars, finding love standing right where we are.
Here we are inside a decent restaurant called Rosengarten. Ken made a reservation 1 month prior to make this happen. As usual, I ordered risotto. The food was so-so only, but the view is what makes this restaurant a worthy place to visit. Just look at that view. Spectacular. I was completely mesmerized by this view of Bern. This is the exterior of the restaurant, which is situated high on a hill overlooking the entire city. This is the hotel we stayed for the night, which was a pretty decent one. I highly recommend it. The view outside is what makes it even greater. After settling down, we went to Altstadt, which means Old Town in German. Walking across the river and inside out the city, you would think of the medieval times of Europe, as the Asian architecture and street really speak a lot about this city's history. There's another restaurant that is pretty exquisite called Kornhauskeller. It really did offer some good vibes and atmosphere. The next morning, we headed over to have breakfast by the hotel. My face was pretty sleepy still, but I reckon this breakfast is a good one. We went to Neufalkenstein Castle shortly after the breakfast. Same as St. Beatus Cave, it required us to walk uphill for half an hour in order to get there. But again, the view was amazingly worth it. Don't you think this looks like one of those default screen demos when you're looking at TVs in Best Buy? We then went to FIFA Museum, which is something Ken likes obviously, and we found Team Hong Kong here as well. Can is super good at playing FIFA, and this time he decided to compete with a kid, aka bullying. The next day, we decided to go to the city center of Zurich and took a great stroll around the city. It was such a beautiful city with loads of luxury brands lined on the side.
係咩？啊，呢個幾好睇喎！
因為佢係中立國啊嘛，民軍唔可以喐佢。
係。
There are some constructions going on, but luckily it didn't affect much when we were filming. Let us take a good look at this historical city. We were inside a post office store because Ken needed to buy some stamps, but to our surprise, we found quite a lot of Japanese products in here. Anyways, let us take a relaxing walk around this charming city.
Chocolate chips, yes.
Without coffee, right?
With coffee. With coffee, yes.
Which size would you
I
like?
want.
This is a random dessert store that we came across. They looked delicious, but we wanted to save our stomach for later. Of course, as usual, we have to stop by a football store, and this time Cam bought this jersey here. We then headed to the spa, which is my idea. I really wanted to share some footage on this one, but for the sake of privacy, we only filmed the lobby for you guys, and that's pretty much it. After the spa, we headed to Zuchthaus Keller to have lunch, another historic restaurant with armors featured inside. My face looked instantly refreshed after spa. I ordered some really simple sausages and Ken ordered some fancy meat. We then took another stroll along this romantic river to end our day in Zurich. Here we are at the breathtaking Rhine Falls in Switzerland, the largest waterfall in Europe. Just a heads up though, there are some annoying flies near the shore, so you better watch out for those. We walked from the car park all the way to the observation deck. I muted the sounds deliberately because the waterfall was pretty loud.
啲類似 poke bowl 嘅物體，我哋而家要食，同埋呢個 Targa Super， 即係 Today's Soup， 應該係啲特別嘢嚟嘅。望住出邊啦，靚啊出邊！我哋出邊個景就係呢個景啦。好啊，唔傾啦，拜拜。瑞士版城門水塘嗱，有條路喎 ，two roads diverged 喎，你揀邊條？犀利！要
駁電嘅個燒烤架。
係咯，因為你用火其實好難。
We saw a man grilling a pig. which is quite a something to us. And that's the end of our Swiss adventure. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye!